Hi, my name is Joel. I am a father of three, and what I'd like to talk to you today about is the journey it took me to be where I am today. I'm, my oldest son was born with a very serious heart condition. Um, the day he was born, he had to be transferred immediately to a different hospital from where his mom was. He had surgery at 3 days old. He had surgery at 6 months old. Um, he had surgery at 2 years old, and again a month after that point. Uh, he was doing so poorly that he actually ended up needing to be listed for a heart transplant. And after about a year and a half of being on that wait list, he received that transplant. Um, Following that, he had a rare kind of transplant related cancer and overcame that. So, what I want to talk about is what it means to go through that journey and what it means to have God along with you on that ride. In essence, my goal is to really let people know when God's with you, things don't always go your way. And it doesn't mean he's any further away. It doesn't mean he's any less invested in you. Um, During that time when my son went out through all those procedures, my wife and I had two more kids. At that time, our son was in hospital recovering from open heart surgery, while my wife was in the hospital across the road giving birth to our two other children. And I have to tell you, that's not what I signed up for when I thought I was just becoming dad. I was planning for things to be hunky dory. I was looking for the baby shower. I was looking forward to touting him off to all of the relatives. That didn't happen. And it wasn't able to happen. Every single one of our kids were born while one of my family members was in hospital, fighting quite literally for their lives. And that takes you down a peg. I went from someone who was expecting that I could exert my influence over the world around me to someone who had to acknowledge that I had very little control over what was happening around me and to my family. And I had to learn how to cope with that, but also to know how I could move forward with that. Instead of looking toward the future and planning on it, I began to spend more time looking at today, looking at the small victories, looking at the minutiae of what goes through our lives on a day by day basis and enjoying that because I didn't know what tomorrow was going to bring. I didn't know. We didn't have confidence. We didn't have confirmation that our kid was going to grow up. Imagine what that's like. Every day, you go say goodbye, good night to your kids, and in your head, you think you're saying goodbye because you don't know. The truth is that is the world. You don't know what tomorrow is going to bring you. For me, what I took solace in was that I had somebody who went through me. My belief in God initially was angry because I said, why is the little baby sick? Why does he have to undergo? Can I not take this? For I couldn't. I had to give up the baby boy, 3 days old, and have him undergo potentially lethal surgery in order for him to grow up. And that sucks. Um, what I want everybody to be able to take away is that, yeah, things aren't always going to happen just the way you want them. The, Signing up to be walking alongside God does not mean you're going to get everything that you need and want out of the day. There's going to be difficulties. And what I ended up learning was how to move forward while enjoying and appreciating and acknowledging the now. And that was what took me through that. That little guy just graduated senior kindergarten. Mind you, he did that through a video camera, as many people have had to go through this pandemic and change their lives. I hope that you can appreciate what that has been for other people as well. And I hope that this is something that has helped you appreciate the now, the today, the little bits. Thanks for listening. Hope you found this helpful.